This is Activision, and we're gonna make a Spider-Man game so bad, and we're too lazy, we can force them, and we can make the game so very, very fast, and it's gonna be the best game of all time. I always thought the Amazing Spider-Man game was better than the movie, but although the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie is the worst Spider-Man of all time, but I always thought at least the movie is better than this. Hey guys, this is Same Guy, and today I'm gonna do with another Spider-Man review. We lead up to the highly anticipated game, the Spider-Man PS4. I almost said the Amazing because I can't stand this game all along. Please, why do I have to review this? Anyways, so this is basically the story was mixed up with the based on a movie and based on some original stories because this is totally different from the movie and the game because they don't want to spoil the movie much. And anyways, this is the sequel to The Amazing Spider-Man, and yes, Gwen Stacy is gone, and Peter Parker just, go back to being a hero as Spider-Man again. Yay! The sequel that nobody asked for the terrible movie for a terrible game. I have a lot of negatives on this movie. And first, let me talk about the positive of the positives of this game. There are two positives that I like about this game is the Stanley cameo. There is a Stanley cameo is where Stanley just saved from the fire building where you did the mission just now shown in the video. And also, he also has his shop name Comic Stand, is where you see all the collections of Spider-Man and comics there, where Stanley owns that, which is cool. And there's this arcade where you can play some games, but fortunately it was just a combat challenge, which is pretty bland. And the second one is the Russian hideouts, I can say, because the Russian hideouts are actually good and kind of stealth mode. Because if you beat all the Russians, if you get caught, you will not get the new suit. If you beat all with the stealth mode, you will get some new suit like Miles Morales or and like the old version, the Vigilante suit. That's all. That's the positive I got. And now let me talk about the negatives on this game. I had serious problems. I mean, like, this is horribly laughable. And I wanted to say that this game looks like a PS2 game. I mean, like, what the hell's Activision doing? Why does the graphics looks like it will be fit so well in PS2 game? And also, why is this in PS4? Why is this the first game that came out on PS4? It should stick with Xbox 360. I mean, like, the graphics are just terrible, lazy, and bland. And I gotta say, the character design in this movie with the graphics are just awful. All of the characters are awful. They didn't follow the lip syncing. And poorly Peter Parker was trying to be like Andrew Garfield, but just the poor looking of Andrew Garfield. And the only good character design is the Spider-Man, not the Peter Parker itself, just Spider-Man, as you can see in this game. I gotta say, he looks fit well in the movie, but not too much. Because all he was is different and other than that. And the voice acting is just bland and just awful. I mean, like, they sound like they didn't want to be in the part of this game because it's Activision. And I have no idea why Activision is making this game so terribly. I mean, like, this game looks like a Russian game. Like Activision just forced all the employees to make this game fast. Do it quickly. Make this game. Come on, faster. I mean, like, this game was just like, it has a lot of bugs. It has a lot of glitches and terrible plot. Because the first act was terrible. It shows the same thing as the Uncle Ben story, which is boring and we're getting sick or tired of it. And also, there are some error mistakes in this game, which I mostly hated. And the story was just kind of bland. I mean, like, there's some boss fights, and the third act is where the final boss is Carnage. And let me get this straight: If they wanted to introduce Carnage, they should introduce Venom first. I mean, like, it's weird to introduce Carnage first before Venom. I mean, like, why? Why do you need to introduce Carnage? I mean, like, Carnage, I like the character, he's my favorite symbiote, but the way he introduces is just terrible. Activision, why? Why? Why do you make this game terrible? This is one of the worst games of 2014. And also the side character, as you can see on the video, was Craven. All he does just help, but he was a villain in this twist, which is very, very predictable. And some of the lines are just terrible. And the way they give the script is terrible. What the hell? I mean, like, the only good voice acting in this game is Stan Lee. He does perfect well, and it's kind of funny that he's better than all of the characters in this game. And I gotta say, the lip sync is terrible. The character design is so terrible, and the villains and the boss levels are just easy and lame. And the combat system was just repetitive. Like, you just counter them like the Arkham games of the Batman Arkham games, which is pretty copycat and a ripoff, or I gotta say inspired. But it was just kind of easy. I mean, like, and the moment where you play as Spider-Man around the city, and the map is so small, and there is some decent side quests. And what gets me annoying is every time when you play side quests, like, fighting thugs, rescuing buildings, this same news reporter and the same thing just showed up after you finished the crime all over again. That gets me annoying all the time. Why can't you just proceed and do the other, missions and side quests? That gets me annoying all the time. And also when you web swing, although it's better than the Amazing Spider-Man, but however, the physics still doesn't work. Which means that prove that Activision is very, very lazy. I mean, it doesn't even make sense to make a Spider-Man game look awful. I mean, all the stuff are just okay, but this one problem. Why the hell is there a Hornet suit in this game? Why does it fit water for the Spider-Man game? Why? Is it because he's a Hornet? Can he fly? Or is it because of the web rush? And also, the web swinging is kind of boring and repetitive. He doesn't do tricks at all. He was just like serious and boring, and his humor is cringy as hell. I can't even stand what Spider-Man said. I can't even stand. And everything about this game sucks. And so my verdict of this game is a 1 out of 10. Worst game of 2014. Don't play this game. I mean, like, it's just terrible for me. So guys, what is your favorite Spider-Man game and what's your least favorite Spider-Man game? So let me know. I'm so excited for Spider-Man PS4, and get to have a take good care, and peace out.